Have you checked the children?
They're all pots, all of them.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Here's Gingy.
Pain has a face. Allow me to show it to you. Gentlemen, I am pain.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
I think he's in trouble.
Julie, this guy, if he can't take a joke, he stinks!
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
Greetings, flesh wound freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Horror. I am Daniel Shine, joined as always by Pugs Dread and just Todd Lloyd. How goes it, gentlemen? It helps if you unmute, Todd.
Yeah, but be glad I didn't, because you went out of order. You know how it goes, but yet you still went backwards. So I'm popping up, then Pugs.
Pugs is essential now. Like when we have him on,
Yeah,
you gotta
but
give him the royal treatment.
For affirmative action. Thanks, Dan. I really appreciate that.
Oh, that's fucked up.
but now I introed this up, and it doesn't matter. The people listening can't see Dan's stupidity, so we'll just forget it and move on.
Shut up, Todd. All right, so guys, be sure to support our Patreon at patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures.
And thank you for those who are already doing it.
Yes, we have questions we'll read tonight that are a little out there, so it'll be later. But patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures for uncensored and exclusive content. We've already shot a bunch of stuff, and there's a lot more coming, so be sure you tune into that. And so today is our Vinegar Syndrome Into the Dolls show, and interesting mix of films tonight. We also have the new Into the Dark. We also, Pugs and Todd will talk about Scoob as a special little bonus for you at the end of the show. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Our first film of the evening is from 1991 and director Maria Leese, and it is Dolly Dearest. American family Elliot and Marilyn Wade, along with their young children Jessica and Jimmy, have just relocated to Mexico, where Elliot has taken over a doll factory. As they settle into their fresh surroundings, Jessica forms a special bond with her new doll, spending hours with it in her large playhouse. But soon, her mother and older brother sense that something isn't quite right with the sweetly faced toy. It's not long before strange and frightening events start to occur, and members of the household begin turning up dead in a series of apparent accidents. This whole horror feature, directed by veteran exploitation crewwoman and actress Maria Leese, and produced by Dan Candy. That sounds like my porn name. Dan Caddy. It's not Dan Caddy. Candy, I'm sorry. Dolly Dearest takes a thematic nod
on Grindr.
from Child's Play while upping the weirdness. Starring Denise Crosby, Sam Bottoms, and featuring a memorable supporting. You can find Sam on Grindr.
I was going to say Dan's actual porn name, by the way. Dan Bottoms.
That's fucked up. And featuring a memorable supporting performance from Rip Torn, Vinegar Syndrome brings this early 90s cult favorite to Blu-ray for the very first time in a brand.
I never realized how incredible these names were.
There you go. Sam Bottoms and Sam Ritter. You get a buddy.
He got Rip Torn.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, yeah. Shit.
Come on, man.
He's such a legend. I never thought about how sexual that comes off.
Especially with Sam
Yeah.
Bottoms.
Yeah, man. Oh shit. What would be the? All right, so Sam Ritter.
Don't get too
Sam,
excited, Dan.
Yeah, Dan, you're gonna turn
You
into the
gotta
whole
book-
thing. Let's just jump into the show. Come on. Let's go.
You got to book that gay porn sitcom. All right, so we'll jump right in. So Pugs is going to have to go first on this because this features your favorite little person actor, Ed Gale of Howard the Duck fame. So you're going to have to cover this one first. What did you think of Dolly Dearest?
And was it a first time viewing?
Speaking of gays, I fucking love Howard the Duck. No, it wasn't the first time viewing, but I haven't seen this since like middle school. And even then, it was like a shitty VHS. I think it was recorded actually after the TV or cable. So I didn't remember a lot of it. And when it starts off like Evil Dead, I got excited. I was like, "Oh shit, I don't remember this, badass!" And then it's fun. I kind of wanted it to stay a little more traditional instead of getting supernatural. Excuse me, that's stupid. I want a little more child's play than what I got. I don't know. I'm a little iffy on this one. I did like it, and then freaking Selena's murderer was there. I totally forgot about her. That was an unpleasant surprise. Although I bet you she makes bomb ass tamales.
She heard the voices of Selena, and that's why she had to leave.
Yeah, it's a little slow in the middle, but it's not slow enough to where I'm like, I'm bored. I'm just like, okay, let's pick it up a little bit, and then the ending is just bonkers. So yeah. I like the end, and then the little spoilers. Like the Satan goat little baby head. I'm like, oh my god, let's get a movie with just that. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. And we gotta hit up Veruca Balk for time traveling and letting them use her face now for the dolls.
Beautiful
cool.
fucking woman. Thank you. Beautiful fucking woman.
She was so beautiful back in the 90s.
Is still beautiful.
She's not a bad looking woman. She's just not.
She's a beautiful person.
Yes.
She's a beautiful woman.
She's just.
That sounds even worse.
We shouldn't be body shaming her for her being too skinny. That's kind of rude. After I just got mad at Dan. Oh, wait. Never mind. That hasn't happened yet.
Beautiful
time travel. I'm counting.
Right?
But you didn't see the resemblance because I'm like, I know I've seen this fucking face, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's all coming back.
But yeah, well, Todd, what did you think of Dolly Dearest? Go ahead.
It's been a long time since I watched this, and I've always said I was a fan of it, and I still would consider myself one. This Rumpelstiltskin, Leprechaun all coming around about the same time. Mm-hmm. And I think this one holds up better than the original Leprechaun, if I'm being honest. And I do wish we would have got that sequel that we were supposed to, but unfortunately did not. I would have liked to see where they go. Would have went.
Was the sequel going to be about the baby goat head thing?
I don't think it was. Other than a promotional piece of art, I don't think it ever got past that. But
did you enjoy Denise Crosby of Star Trek Next Generation fame,
I did not.
who played Tasha Yar?
I did not.
Yeah.
You didn't like her
at all.
Vinegar Syndrome, please, no more movies with Star Trek people, because I don't want to have to hear it from Dan.
It's messed up, dude. It's messed up.
Because unless Vinegar Syndrome puts it out, any Star Trek or Doctor Who cast members are banned from this show moving forward. Just so I don't have to hear Dan talk about. He'll put they could be in fuck. Well, I can't. I don't know. Well, I'll use an example. They could be in Halloween, and the first thing he'll say is, "Oh, they were in Star Trek Deep Space Nine." He'll completely ignore the iconic horror film, and mention some bullshit spacey shit.
I have to point it out just to fuck with you, sir. But
if you didn't do it over things that were actually have anything to do, you know what, Dan? You can start your own goddamn sci-fi show.
Well, we can do some sci-fi.
Not we. You can go do your old sci-fi show.
Well, you will.
You want to talk how good Star Wars is? I'm in. Speaking of, I just did a show with on the broadcast. Y'all want to check that out?
Yeah.
So, all Star Wars, good stuff.
Absolutely.
You have to post a link in the group.
Absolutely, yes. So since you were on, I'll listen. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I will listen. So, so I should also point out the director of this one has quite the pedigree as an actress in early softcore, such as All the Sins of Sodom, Vibrations. She was in Love Camp 7. We just did an Ilsa show, so that certainly also one of the OG Nazi exploitation flicks. She was in Horror of the Blood Monsters, Dracula versus Frankenstein. So she had a very, I'll be honest, I forgot that she actually had a brief directing career and did this one. I think this film is, well, it's a lot of fun. I think it's underrated. This was always one I remember, like, bad review after bad review, and I'm like, it's a fun little movie. I don't know if I can agree with you on the Leprechaun thing. I still favor Leprechaun, and I fucking love Rumpelstiltskin. That's got to be, somebody's got to put that out on Blu-ray so we can cover it. But yeah, this one's a good time. The doll's pretty creepy. Is the film itself scary? Not really, but I like to think, huh?
We're seasoned at this point, so
yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah,
but it is a very creepy doll. They did a pretty good job. I did think. I kept thinking now, if you do this, you've got to make it with like a possessed fidget spinner. I kept thinking of that, like when the girl like started losing her shit when she couldn't. Was like, you need to do the modern remake. Have Ed Gale come back as a fidget spinner. But I guess that's still a thing those little bastards do, right? That little flippy whatever.
I haven't seen them at stores in a while, but I don't have ADD like that, so I never pay attention.
But yeah, Rip Torn is awesome. Rest in peace. Always nice seeing him here. It's a pretty light horror movie. Again, I always throw them out. This one's probably close.
It's light, but isn't it rated R? So
it is, but I'd say it's a very light R.
I'm like, this does not need to be rated R.
Yeah, if you really want, I mean, unless you're really picky, this could be a good like starter thing if you want to show like a killer doll movie to your kid or something. Assuming that's okay. But there's some fun kills. The doll looks really good. Denise Crosby, who was pretty recently off Pet Sematary at this point, always delivers a great performance. I think this one's a lot of fun. I think it deserves more than its rep.
Can I add something as the only parent on this show? Don't listen to Dan when he says this is good. Yeah, this is a good one for kids. Because unless you want to deal with them and toys coming to life, not a good call. Dan doesn't understand that because he wants to terrify the kids. That's when he strikes.
Get them
harder.
You desensitize them a little bit early so they're not afraid of everything.
Right. not with doll stuff. You're gonna have to deal with that.
Kids don't even play with dolls anymore. It's just their goddamn phones.
You're not a kid, Dan. I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
my
kid has like tons of toys.
They're not even affected by quarantine. It's just like, oh, I get to play with my phone all day.
I do remember my when I had my buddy, and it was around the time that Child's Play came out. That thing went into the garage and it stood there for a little bit. I was not having it.
I never had a real fear of dolls. Never had a fear of clowns.
Just as normal fears.
Oh, like serial killers. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
I remember when I first became aware of the concept of serial killers. I remember thinking that was always, yeah. And spaghetti, I think you were trying to say, Todd.
Yeah, I got frozen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to let you know that.
I knew that. You guys stop moving, and so when I'm frozen for you guys, so you guys were. So wait, I don't even fucking. Yeah, I can still hear you. So nothing like
you were
professional.
trying to talk spaghetti shit, so we got the gist.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you're just afraid of normal shit like spaghetti on faces.
So there's a lot of killer doll stuff, but in short,
my kid's coming over in a couple weeks. Spaghetti pics.
Yeah, I will come up with something worse. Oh, I'll come up with something worse. Go for it. Go for it. I'll do something horrible.
I already.
Don't threaten his kid, Dan. That's not cool. We're all friends here.
You'll get something fucked up in a text at some point. But all right, so there's a lot of killer doll films. We've had a lot recently. This still, I think, stands above most of them. It's not a horror masterpiece, but it's a good time. I really, the reputation it has, I don't quite get it. It's a fun, light little killer doll flick.
I don't know what reputation you're talking about. I know everyone was excited when Vinegar Syndrome.
You know, they are, but look at some past reviews. Like, it's not very well reviewed. It never has been. And I was like, oh, I remember when I finally watched it.
But look in the past, though, who was reviewing stuff? It wasn't really of the peers. It was the people who reviewed shit. So it's a little different.
Good
to look
point.
back.
Good point.
Sorry, fucking Ebert didn't like Dolly Dearest.
Fuck him and his jaw.
Hey,
he looked creepier than the doll.
I gave him a pass. He gave us Beyond the Valley of the Dolls.
There you go.
And he was an asshole.
He was Mr. I don't like Blade Runner, and then it becomes an all-time classic.
Sometimes a clock is right twice a day.
A lot of people have switched on older films that they've revisited. It's not uncommon. It's not even uncommon for you.
Yeah, but Ebert was a dick.
No one saw what I was doing.
No.
We have the same taste in women, though. But
gross. I didn't know that.
Yeah, his wife, who's in the documentary. There's a documentary on him that's pretty good.
Piece of shit. Fuck him.
I don't like him because of the slasher holy war.
Oh, I love that shit. All they did was make the slasher bigger.
Yeah, but there were a lot of kids that had parents crack down on them.
You know what's funny?
Go ahead.
I was like, I talk a lot of shit on him, but I'll be damned if I didn't watch that shit. Wouldn't it come on Saturday, Sunday? If every fucking time it was on, I was like, oh, what's this asshole have to say today? Like, he's mean.
No, he turned what would have been forgettable horror films into iconic status. I have no hate for his anti-slasher shit. That shit made it better. It made it the forbidden fruit. It made it, you got to see that, to your peers was a big deal. Since I actually really lived through it, it's easy to look back and say, oh, that was fucked up. And it kind of was, but it was also made it more challenging for a kid at the right age.
That's like the parental advisory label, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I can't watch this? Well, that just became my must-see list. Right. Why would you do
that? So by him really railing against him, he just made him all the more. You think anyone would know Silent Night, Deadly Night if he didn't go super hard and all that shit?
Oh, it definitely helped.
Yeah.
But I don't think his intentions were to help.
Oh, I'm not saying it was, so I'm not going to hate on him for anything.
Fuck you.
But anyway, that's enough about Ebert. I see again. Russ Myers. I'm not going to hate on him. Vixen, Beyond the Valley of the Ultra Vixens, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls.
There you go. Yes.
You're going to get to see some. You can see some good Ebert stuff.
Yeah, but then he got old and became bitter because he couldn't make his own fucking movie. Anyway.
All right, and so the movie for me is above average, and I give it a 3. It's a good time. good light fun.
I'm
Let's
a 3.5.
see. Okay.
I'll give Real Dolly Dearest a 3. It was cool, and I do want a Real Doll possessed movie. Like, and I think we might get that with that.
I thought you wanted a real doll, like of the doll in the movie.
Oh, I mean, if someone wants to send it to me to test it out, we can review it on the show. I'm not against that.
You may end up on like an FBI list, but I guess they could.
Well, I want it of age. I don't want a fucking child doll like you, Dan. What the fuck?
Well, that's what I thought you were saying, and I was like, oh, well, that's fucking.
No, I don't want to join your cabal. Thank you.
I'll take a Denise Crosby real doll, but yes, and I also on the extras front, real quick, there is Playing with Dolls, an interview with Denise Crosby, and Dressing the Part, an interview with Ed Gale, your favorite Pugs. So yeah, I'm a 4 on extras.
Cool.
Moving on to our next film of the evening, which is a bit more lesser known, and that is Pale Blood from 1990, and director Vivi Dassine Hugh. What's HSU? I'm not saying that right, and I want to.
HS.
There's a way to pronounce that, but Hugh? Is it just Hugh?
Things to figure out before the show starts.
Vivi
some fucking foreigner.
Vivi Hassine Hugh. Pale Blood. All right. Michael Fury is a vampire, but contrary to myth and legend, he does not stalk innocent victims to drain them of blood and life. Rather, he only drinks what he thinks he needs to survive. But when a vicious and very human killer begins murdering young women in Los Angeles by biting them and draining their blood, sparking fears that a vampire is prowling the city, Michael realizes that it will be up to him to unmask the fiend from behind these deaths to save the good name of his vampire brethren. A tense and sensual blending of supernatural mysticism and horror set in the neon-tinged world of early 90s Hollywood. Vivi Dassine Hugh's Pale Blood breathes depth and originality into the vampire genre. Colorfully photographed by Jerry Lively and featuring supporting performances from Wings Hauser, Darcy DeMoss, and the soundtrack and on-screen appearances by punk legends Agent Orange, Vinegar Syndrome presents the world Blu-ray debut of Pale Blood in a brand new 2K restoration. Yeah, interestingly enough, I think Agent Orange is still around, actually. I think they actually still do shows. This one stars George Chakiris. He was from West Side Story. Interesting, because he kind of dropped off. He didn't do a lot, at least big stuff, after a while. But he was definitely born to play a vampire here. And this is kind of how to describe this one, because it doesn't quite it definitely doesn't go into sort of a soft core vampire realm, and it's not an action vampire flick. It is hard to classify it, but it's kind of got a
sensual noir.
Yeah, sensual noir. There you go. That's a good way to put it. What do you think of this one? And it also has a random cameo from Sybil Danning, who just walks in frame, and which was kind of like, I was like, whoa, that looked a lot like Sybil Danning, and it is. Pugs, what did you think of this one?
Well, let's take Todd in first. You never have to go first.
Hot tag to Todd.
He never wants to hear what I have to say, though, because I'm just going to make fun of the hat. This was a first time watch for me. I don't think I ever caught this one previously.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my favorite of the bunch, and that I'm including the ones for the ones we're covering tomorrow on the Giallo show.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of weird. It was always interesting. It was kind of, I don't know, it kind of felt all over the place for me. But I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Pugs? Okay, Dan, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Bugs.
This was also a first time viewing for me, and I was intrigued throughout. I think I like it more than you, Todd. The pacing is an issue though. Like there's a very interesting movie in here. It just the timing needs to be shaved down. I really like the end. I thought that was cool. I did not expect that. So that was pretty cool. Like I really want like David Fincher to remake this. I think he fucking knocked that shit out of the park. Yeah, and oh my god, I forgot the girl, but anyway, eye candy, good stuff all around. I really dug this movie. I would say it's not mandatory vampire movie watching, but I would definitely put it in the second round. Like if you're in the mood for something weird and you like vampires, this is totally it. And also Agent Orange, fucking badass. I didn't know they were in this fucking movie. That's badass.
Yeah. Yeah, and still around, right?
That I gotta look into. I don't know, but I remember a girl introduced me to them a long time ago, and I dug them. Nice memory.
Nice. Yeah, I will say the show stealer here for me is Wings Hauser, as it often is in a lot of his films. You get kind of the what the fuck scene with him shooting the girls, and like they had like this egg. And yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I would have liked to. I think you're right. Like, there's times this movie needs to up the pace a little bit. You certainly could have with Wings Hauser. I wanted to see him doing more fucked up shit, but you know, it's not quite that kind of movie. You know, at times it kind of flirts as sort of like an old school kind of erotic vampire story, but there's not a lot of that there. But I did really enjoy George as Michael Fury. I could have easily have seen him, you know, maybe reprising this role in a, I don't know, maybe a more fast paced, maybe do like the Alien sort of sequel where it actually really made me, and I hadn't thought of it in a while, but it made me think of Nick Knight and the Forever Knight TV spinoff, which was like one of the early 90s vampire series. There was a lot of fun, kind of a detective vampire thing. I like this one too. I agree. It's more interesting at times than like truly good. And I think that was Pamela Ludwig that you were talking about, who played Lori.
The chick with the accent.
Yes. And then Diane Frank as Jenny, and Darcy DeMoss, of course, as Terry. So there is some eye candy. Would have liked to have seen a little disrobing, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure I did see this like forever ago on video, but I didn't remember a lot of it. Yeah, I did like the ending too. I thought the ending was cool. Not going to blow your mind, but if you like Wings Hauser, it's a good watch. It's definitely, for me, all things together, I'm giving it a 2.5, but it is still worth watching. I can't quite. It's a few things I would have liked more of, but yeah. What say you guys?
Todd?
I'm a 2.5 also. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I think there's a good film in there somewhere. But right now, it doesn't quite hit there, but it's worth checking out.
That it is.
I clearly liked it more than you guys because I'm giving it a 3.5 because I was interested as fuck, but there's room for improvement. So. But like it was like for me, you know what I'm saying? So like I want to love this, I can't, but I like it a lot. So.
Okay.
There we go. And on the extras front, we get Acting with Eggs, a Darcy DeMoss interview, which was really nice. We also get Understanding Immortality, a director interview that runs about 15 minutes. She is weird as shit, and it's a good interview, so check it out. And Todd, you know what she was second unit director on? Do you remember this one? Fat Beach. Fat Beach.
Oh yeah, with I know
Coolio.
Coolio's pops up in it, but yeah,
Yeah, it's just
it was no
random.
soul plane, but it was entertaining.
No soul plane, but it was entertaining. And she is a very unique person, so it's a good interview, kind of a old hippie chick. All right, so moving on to our Into the Dark entry today, which is Delivered. And so this one, excuse me, this one follows a woman and her
That's funny. I just
boyfriend.
Into the Dark.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh.
And her boyfriend. They weren't married. I'm sorry. I was about to say husband.
I mean, it's sin. Pieces of shit.
Who are getting close to delivering her first child, the girl's first child, and they go to a sort of mommy class where the girl in particular bonds with this other pregnant lady who is Jenny. And Jenny is not all that she appears, and the shit hits the fan. I'm sorry, obviously I don't have a synopsis per se, but yeah, that more or less covers it. She has to fight for hers and her unborn child's life. So for me, lately, Into the Dark's been hit or miss. I will say this. This is a very familiar story that has been told before, but man, so nice to get one with no political bullshit, no like.
I guess Dan forgot about last month's.
I know, but lately we've gotten a lot of like, girl power, men are scum kind of Black Christmassy stuff.
That's just what you're reading into it.
Projecting. But
I didn't say on this one though. I like that this was more straightforward.
I think
you don't really. You don't really think this is a female empowered story, Dan?
Yeah,
it is, but it's
just a little
not
more subtle.
It's not obnoxious though, and it's not, again, Black Christmas.
And see, it doesn't matter if it's female empowered if he likes it. He's just Dan.
You're just Todd, so shut up, Todd.
What? Am I lying though?
Nobody liked fucking Black Christmas. Fuck Black Christmas.
I'm not.
The most recent remake.
I would like you to edit out the Christmas in that sentence, Todd. That'd be great.
But yeah, so familiar story. We've certainly had at the beginning, and this isn't as good of a thing because it's a masterpiece, but it made me think a lot about Inside, the original French version of Inside, which I think is one of the
greatest films of all time. Yeah.
But I will say they bring it, especially towards the last act of this. There was some surprisingly fucked up shit that rivaled what I've seen in most of the Into the Dark entries. But Pugs, what did you think of Delivered?
Oh, I co-sign your Inside comparison, but that was told better. However, this one is pretty goddamn good. I like the main character enough, but I don't think I was supposed to like her a lot because like she had doubt in her brain. So, but anyway, I fucking loved Homegirl from Waterworld. Her backstory. Holy cow! Can we get a prequel? that one had me sit up. I mean, it was fucking good the whole way through, but that part in particular, I was glued. I was like, "That's fucked up." Yeah.
I wish Angus Scrim were around. I'd want him to play a certain connection. Just oh, you whore!
But it felt like Misery and Saw meets Inside, and I think it's fucking awesome. I thought it was pretty goddamn cool. Even with, I'll save it. But yeah, I dig it. Todd?
And I want to clarify it. The antagonist is the little girl from Waterworld.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't realize that.
And Napoleon Dynamite. And Rachel Mars.
Do you let me talk now, Dan, or are you gonna
shut up, Todd? Go ahead.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. You keep every time it gets thrown to me, you start talking. I really like this one. It's probably the best of the season. I'm trying to think this year's. If not, it's definitely at the top. Which one?
Crawlers was really good though. Last time.
Yeah, last one was.
It's between these two because that was just fun. This one's actually like horror.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like one of the best of the season, if not, I'm not saying the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of nailed it. It is, that misery vibe, that whole thing. And yeah, I agree. I don't think the lead is supposed to be like just likable. But I guess, she's human. I mean, who doesn't have doubts? Most women aren't ready to be mothers till that thing pops out. So same with fathers. It's the whole thing. But
I was gonna say, did you like the gore parts that Dan was talking about? I did too. But
the toilet.
I was a little disappointed.
In the toilet part?
Yeah. Had it been that way, fucking A. Everyone at Blumhouse gets a raise.
Yeah, I wanted just like, eat it, you whore.
Throws it at her. You want it so fucking bad? Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been funny as shit. Yeah, the lead in a way, she was kind of a user, wasn't she? She was hard to feel too sorry for.
That's because you hate women, though, Dan.
I don't hate women. Sometimes.
I know you love that poutine.
I love that poutine. Sometimes, but but yeah, no, this one actually did get kind of fucked up. There was a couple nice gore bits, and the ending, towards the end there, that was like, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe, because Blumhouse does tend to be a bit, sanitized a lot of times, and I was like, oh, nice. I was not expecting that.
I really hope that one of these is a prequel story. Maybe make it on Christmas. Like, let's unwrap the present. Get that Jesus out of there.
I've got it. You introduce as a family member, Kim Coates from Waterworld at the beginning, the one that tried to diddle her and Jean Triplehorn. There you go. That's like in the flashback.
You sold me over on the fantasy book. All right. So what would you give this one? I'm going to give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4.5. I'll go a little higher. I like this one a lot.
I will go 4 because of the swerve.
Yeah.
Had that swerve not been there, we're talking 5 here.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm the same way. All right. Now Dan has to be good in this segment, because whether we clip this out and release it on its own, it depends how some hat-hole deals with this segment.
What do you mean deals with it? You guys are reviewing this.
I know that, but I want to clip it and release it separately. So unless you...
So I'll just say this ahead of time.
Okay.
I don't need to see it to know that it sucks. OG Scooby-Doo for life. Matthew Lillard for life.
That's great coming from a reviewer. Good to know, Dan. You don't need to see
it. Yeah. That didn't click with me. I was... And we're back.
Be nice or you're not going to be in here at all. God damn it. Now we're all rearranged and it's bothering me. I'm fixing it.
Why does it matter?
Because I'm first. All right. Here we go. I'm going to hide you there, Dan. Do you see why now?
Throw me a beer.
All right. So I guess he's not going to intro it because he's not reviewing it.
I'm not reviewing it, so can you review it?
Well, thanks for the host for hosting.
Jesus fucking Christ, God. Review the fucking movie.
Could have introed it like that.
Word.
So, Zoink.
Okay.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah. Scooby, Shaggy, and Mystery Inc. face their biggest, toughest mystery yet and discover that Scooby's secret legacy could be the key to stopping a global dogpocalypse. All right.
I like that synopsis. That was very general. Unlike some although this is one of the movies I did see the trailer for, and I'm going to start with a negative, Todd. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. I have some too.
But I was looking forward to the gang being babies or being children, because that's how I was sold in the first trailer. And I was like, oh my God, this baby Scooby is adorable. We got baby Yoda, now we got baby Scooby. I'm like, yes. And it's only like the first 7-10 minutes. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
But it's like, you're hanging with the gang. I can't complain too much.
I kind of got, from the first trailer, they kind of give you a little bit of both. I kind of figured we're going to get both, but I kind of figured maybe more half and half.
See, I thought flashback.
Okay.
You're on a table and just saying like, "Oh, this is how we met." But
okay,
go for it.
My issues. I guess do we want to get all the issues out of the way before we talk about it? I'm going to say it kind of has the Justice League problem. It's more worried about world building than it is about this movie. It's building that universe, that franchise, whatever you want to call it. Whereas it wasn't like The Mummy where they kind of just forgot about making a movie. But I wish it was more about the core gang. Because they are more divided. It's less about the kids in this one. Teenagers, whatever they are. It's less about them and more about the world building, which I kind of would have preferred more about them. I mean, it was cool like seeing Captain Caveman, Wacky Racers, Dynamite. But
okay,
those are my complaints. With that said,
I had no idea that they were in there. Were they in the trailer at all?
I think Blue Falcon was.
Okay, I know he's on the poster. I think yeah.
Yeah.
But
right
I was like, I didn't realize they were going to treat him. They were going to treat him real,
right,
in the world. That was a shocker to me. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. But I love Muncie. His laugh is adorable, so I'm glad we got to see it a few times. Scooby is just the cutest fucking thing, and I know I'm like saying these really feminine words for coming out of like a burly dude, but like that's what they are. This is cool. This is for the kids, and I think all the kids that like Scooby-Doo will generally like this movie and find something to love about it. And I want to hug Scooby in the life so bad.
My kid loved it. I do have a couple other issues I didn't bring up right away because I did also really enjoy it. I do think I know people are like, oh, it's not the same as the old ones, like our hatted gentleman. But the problem with that is trying to do the classic "Where Are You" arc to stretch over 90 minutes is problematic. 30 minutes works, even with the new Scooby-Doo movies that I'm currently watching. Those being an hour show feel a little stretched versus the half-hour format. So going a little bit different, I'm fine with that. Because it is a feature and not just an episode. It's hard to do that. Speaking of the other stuff though, two voices. I'm going to start off. Bummed about Matthew Lillard. Even more bummed that he didn't find out till the cast was announced.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then shoot, I think I saved it.
Did
and then
he say anywhere that he didn't want to do it like ahead of time, or
no? I think it's like a Kane Hodder situation.
Wow.
They went for a name instead of I guess Will Forte is more of a name than Matthew Lillard in 2020, which I get it. But Matthew Lillard did release a tweet the day it came out, and it said, "Dear Scoob, I hope you're everything the world needs in this time of crisis. Have a great opening. Hashtag Zoinks." So,
Well, you could take that as passive aggressive or an actual passing of the torch. So good on him for.
I think it's a little of both. He's trying to be classy about it, but can also
like he's probably just like, leave me alone. Like, stop tweeting me. I know.
Here's the other thing that might surprise you, and I don't know if it bothered you. Scooby-Doo. It's the same actor, but his entire voice pattern of speech is off.
It's a little different, right? I thought that was on purpose.
I'm sure it was. They were trying to make him more clear. But I was like, it's weird when it's the same voice actor, and it doesn't sound right to me. So
that didn't bother me. I just thought it was a conscious choice, so that's why I treat it as such. So I just moved right along.
I did too. It took me a minute to get used to Shaggy, but so I don't know.
But
overall,
let's go with the animation. I thought the especially the tracking shot when they were children and trick or treating, I was like, that was beautiful. I love that. The adventure's fun. Dick's a dick, and them screaming "dick" that many times in a kids' movie. That was for the parents.
Yes, that was.
So that's fun. But no, I generally had a good time with all of it, and I've seen it twice, so that should say something.
There you go. Yeah. I went into the Scooby-Doo wormhole after this, so
it's a gateway drug.
Yeah, basically. I think I'm legitimately turning into a pothead, doing THC, watching Scooby-Doo.
Did you expect the big monster at the end?
I did.
Or Simon freaking Cowell.
So what is this Scooby-Doo and American Idol connection? Remember I told you Ruben Stubbard was in
oh yeah,
the Scooby-Doo movie?
They must have like some producer that loves Scooby-Doo and stuff like that.
It's just it was weird. But yeah, it's really got me back into Scooby-Doo, and like fucking 40 years later.
I watched it with my mom, and she was about to cry at the end. She's like, "Oh, well, I don't want to, no spoilers, but there's a certain part where she's like, started welling up." I'm like, relax. We'll get there. But yeah, should I rate this?
Yeah, let's rate. I'm trying to put that off because I said Dan can come back after we rate it, and I didn't really want to deal with him.
Just leave him there. I'll give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm actually on par. I'm a 4.5 too. So if you got the kids will love it. Check it out.
And I know you love the opening, Todd.
Oh my god, I popped so hard when we got
Did
the
you
old
throw
school.
up that?
Oh no, wait. You're talking about the first song in the movie. Oh yeah, I was talking about the other thing. What is it a spoiler? The credit sequence.
What was the credit sequence?
It was the old school Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, that was cool. But no, I was talking about the song.
Yeah, that too. And yeah. Then you messaged me about the second song, which is funny. Yeah. When I talked to my wife, she was like, "Yeah, the first two songs." Well, she didn't enjoy probably the first one, but she knew I did. Okay. So I guess we rated it. You know what's funny about this whole thing? Dan's been like chatting up in the host chat all this thing. But he doesn't even realize I didn't mute him. I just hit him. He could have been talking this whole time.
Oh, I could have been.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to interrupt. I was being polite. So, all right, I have questions.
Oh, really? You want to read some of the shit you wrote?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Gale. Oh, wait.
Yeah, go ahead, Todd.
Dan did not see this, so this is full disclosure. He refused to go see it if he couldn't go to the theater with the children. And Dan, before you make yourself look like shit as a reviewer.
Not a review. It's not a review.
No, but I'm saying you literally
questions too.
Okay, that's fine. But you literally said before we did this review, I don't need to watch this to know it's a piece of shit. is not the word that should come out of someone who reviews films.
All right, now there are some issues though that even I know. Will Forte, I love Will Forte, but horrible voice for Shaggy.
In the trailer you
lot of-
saw? Right on.
Yeah, that
I know.
I can judge that. Did not have a good Shaggy voice. I'm sorry, it just wasn't right.
You know what? I'm
Um,
going to tell you this. This is the one thing that after watching old school Scooby-Doo, he doesn't sound like Lillard, but you can hear Casey Kasem in his version. So it's kind of like it depends what your last version of Sing was.
I would even compare it with that though. I didn't think he sounded like Casey Kasem.
I didn't say it, but I'm saying you can hear that in
But
his.
he just sounded like a Shaggy to me, so I wasn't really like harping on it.
So
once they got used to it, I just moved on.
So sad ending you seem to hint at. Did Scooby get the AIDS? Did he forget to wrap his doobie?
I cannot answer that on the grounds of spoilers.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm assuming that is. I have a pitch though. I want to do Scooby-Doo and the Case of the Hollywood Creeper.
Oops, he got muted.
Come on. I want single in on the I want to do Scooby.
I want though that, and I want Rose McGowan to play Daphne. And at the end, I want to like unmask like Harvey Weinstein. It's like, and I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for your meddling kids. And I want it to happen in the hot tub too. That's how they catch him. So that's how that's got to go down.
I want Harvey's face to be pulled up, and it is Rose McGowan. That's way better.
Pull it off again. I want Hollywood fucked me. I wanted to be Red Sonja so bad.
But didn't we
I have that shirt and poster somewhere.
But didn't we already get the Harvey Weinstein story in almost a Scooby-Doo setting?
Not really.
Yes, Scream 3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But still.
Oh, Scream 5. We should
talk
about that on the news.
I could give two shits, man.
Where are you at? Fuck you.
After
hold on, there we
go.
4? Much better. We're trying to improve the show.
I think he needs to rewatch 4. Well, anyway.
I like 4.
Again, it was ahead of its time. We can go over this. We'll bash the shit out of Dan. Dan, you fuck.
I'm sorry, but I just...
Oh, that's how you feel, but I really think you should...
Now, if they bring back Khalil, or... That could be interesting.
He said a boner for him now.
I know. I think that's it.
Handsome man. Right on, Dan. Go get him.
Actually, when my nephew Nico met him, he actually talked to him in the Shaggy voice. It was pretty cool. It was funny. That's fucked up.
He plays Christina Hendricks' husband on Good Girls on NBC. He's got a good gig. It's on.
I'd watch that sex tape. Just saying.
I wanted to ask him if he fucked the naked ghost in 13 Ghosts. I bet he did.
Oh, I would have. Speaking of which, the crossover film, The 13 Ghosts, or Scooby-Doo and the 13th Ghost, which is a sequel to the 13 episode series from 79, The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, which actually had Vincent Price. The movie one has the guy who did Pinky and the Brain doing his Vincent Price voice. But either way, so I just got the series, so now I'm gonna watch the series and the movie.
Now I want to watch Pinky and the Brain.
No, that shows the shit too.
Hell yeah.
Dan doesn't like animation; it makes him feel funny.
At all?
No, I like animated stuff. I don't like the. I don't like the. No, I don't get like whacking it to a cartoon. I just don't. That's
he just does it.
No,
I don't get it, but I'm doing it.
When my younger brother got married, he dumped all of this like hentai on me. And I'm putting it on. I'm like, okay, like this would probably be cool if it was happening in live action, but it's like, okay, girl getting diddled by a tentacle. I mean, not really my thing. I kind of prefer like real life flesh and blood when it comes to my porn, but to each their own.
I'm there with the blood.
There you go.
We still need to have you guys watch Untamed whenever we get a chance. 'Cause that just reminded me of that. Because that's a thing in there.
Well, yes, and we got a lot coming up. Be sure to tune in. We are going to have an interview coming soon, and there's going to be an uncensored version on Patreon because it's somebody that is connected to the horror community, but they are also nudists. So there is probably going to be some uncensored Patreon boobage. So there you go. But you can.
So now's the time to join if you want to see.
There you go. The nude edition. And
we are not going to be nude, by the way. It's just
unless you really want us to, but
you can't.
That's going to have to be some earn the hat prices. So
you can't see from below here. Hey, 10 grand. I'm sure either any one of us is going to pull out our dicks.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Yeah, shameless.
Right. 25, shit. 25 and a 40.
Yeah, well there you go. I'm sure we'll do it for a lot less than 10 grand. So yes, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. All starts at $1, so it's really cheap, and you support us. We appreciate it. If you're listening to the audio version, you could be watching us on YouTube at Flesh Wound Features.
But thank you for listening anyway. Good shit.
Yeah. Absolutely, we appreciate
people like to
that.
Listen while they're driving or while they're doing other shit. I can't say while they're working out because I'll go with gyms. I'll go with gyms are closed versus our audience doesn't work out. So
there are some gyms that are open now. Some are opening up.
Gross.
So yeah, I'm not too confident to go to the gym yet, but yeah, people are starting to do certain things. So yes, get us there. Also stalk us on Twitter, and you can stalk us separately, or you can follow us at Flesh Wound Radio on Twitter. And Facebook, you can join the Horror Cartel Flesh Wound Radio Facebook page, and you can like the Flesh Wound Features Facebook page. And don't forget, if you are on YouTube, like and subscribe. We are pretty much brand new on YouTube, so that helps. YouTube virgins. And that's oh well, fuck. I'm glad I remembered. We do have Patreon questions.
I was getting ready to pull it up, but you just started signing out. I was like, I guess we're not doing it.
Well,
there we
go. There we go. All right.
Bonus content. So that means when we're done, we're just saying goodbye. I'm just playing it after we answer. Screw it. Let's get this going.
Absolutely. So we did have a Patreon question from one of our patrons.
No. Adios.
It's for everyone.
All right. Good night.
All right. So this one is for all of us. And we will answer any of these questions. So if you sign up for that, hey, you can ask us anything. We'll answer it. We're shameless whores. All right.
Fair warning. Depending how explicit it is, it may not end up on the free show. So hopefully, I don't even know where this one lands.
I can't think of too much that we wouldn't answer here, but of course you could hear it on Patreon if you're a patron. All right. If you had a gun held to your dick and you had to either fuck the corpse at the end of Necromantic, the Serbian film Newborn, sloppy seconds version in parentheses, Sarah Jessica Parker, Hocus Pocus version excluded,
excluded.
or the Zuni Fetish Warrior's Mouth, that is, I believe, Trilogy of Terror. Which do you choose? All right, gun held to our dicks, and we gotta fuck one of those.
Start with the little one. That is a quote from the movie.
Yeah, but you got to do that after this lovely patron specified sloppy seconds version.
I understood the question, and I'm sticking with my answer.
There's more than one hole, Dan.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It's just yeah.
I'm
not at the end, probably.
Yeah, I'm going with Horseface.
I mean, she's a looker in First Wives Club, that red dress. So
there we go. The one other thing, which I believe was around the same time. Around the same time?
Like around, yeah, maybe like 2-3 years later.
Okay.
I'm thinking all right, the Zuni fetish warrior, you got a gun to your dick. It's going to be the same story if you're going to stick your dick in the Zuni fetish warrior's mouth. So that one's kind of a pointless one. A Serbian film, that is very fucked up, so that's a no. I think I have to clothespin my nose and fuck the corpse at the end of Necromantic, because I don't think Horseface would be weird. It'd just be weird, especially if I have to look. Yeah.
Why?
Too weird.
Well, I'm not judging you. I just said the fucking baby in the film, so which just popped up in my memories 2 years ago. I was fucking
able
to almost hold the fucking thing. It was cool.
Yes.
But you could be, while you're fucking Horseface, you could be telling her, yeah, that murderer husband of yours, does he hit you like this?
Bueller, right? If you like cum on her face.
See, that makes it much better, doesn't
it? Yeah, I change it. I'd fuck Horseface.
So I'm the only one that's going to answer it real. Okay.
So there you go. You can ask us anything. All the fun starts at only $1. So there you go. Yes, that's all we have for you, gentlemen. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Oh, we're joining you tonight.
Yeah, good hanging out,
always
Dan.
about Dan.
You're a great host, Dan.
Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker. Nay for me, bitch. Yeah, you like those flesh oats, don't you, bitch? Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
He's muted. All right, good night, guys. We'll see you next week, or you'll see us next week. Some shit like that. Good night.